Worst experience as a cave explorer. I downloaded Reddit just to talk about what happened. I have no idea how to explain it to my or his family. I am a cave explorer, and a couple weeks ago some friends and I decided to explore a cave. This cave, which I will not share the location, used to be a military base for experiments decades ago and was abandoned very quickly with everything still in it. A bunch of urban tales were told, and me and my friends grew up with them and always wanted to go in. Anyway, 3 weeks ago we went in with all the equipment necessary. The cave starts with a metal door in the mountain with an old "Do Not Trespass" military base sign on it. We forced the door and got in. The cave quickly dropped for about 120 meters of man-made stairs. We went down. It took us a while. Once down, we could see a huge hallway going for dozens of meters. Approximately every 5 meters was another gallery going in each direction for God knows how long. Once we walked through the big gallery, it took us to a huge room with all kind of scientific equipment all over the floor and table full of documents. We didn't pay a lot of attention to it as none of us could barely understand the science behind what was happening. The next few hours were just exploring the cave. After 2 hours of walking, we came across a huge 20-meter deep canyon in the ground. We had to walk on a very thin edge to get across it. That's when it happened. One of my friends, Zach, slipped and fell. We saw his body hit the ground 20 meters below us and blood spreading to the floor. We immediately rushed to the exit and called 911. They came very quickly, like 10 minutes later, which I thought was quite strange due to the remote place of the cave. We went to show them the hole and body, but it was gone. Nothing was left. Not Zach, not his blood, nothing. It was like no one was ever here. At first, I thought he was still alive somewhere in the cave, but it was not possible. I saw his skull crash on the floor. We were escorted home. Last week, I went back alone. It was late at night, and I wandered in the cave for about 2 hours. I started reading the documents. They were talking about time experiments, nuclear weapons, and something referred to as Subject 176. Just then, I heard someone shout my name from across the first hall. I thought it was Zach, so I dropped everything and ran towards it. I fell in a hole and knocked myself out for what seemed like a whole hour. I wake up and Zach was here, but it wasn't really him. It was his face, body, and voice, but I could tell it wasn't him. He started to talk to me like he always would have, but something was off. I could barely see anything, but there was a beam of light coming from a hallway at my left. The light felt warm and calm. Zach grabbed my hand and tried to take me there, but I suddenly remembered a bit I saw in the notes I read. If Subject 176 tries to take you to the beam, do not follow and run the opposite way. I started running without knowing where I was going, and I could hear him scream my name and starting to run in my direction. He was insanely fast and running on all fours. I don't know how, but I got out of the cave by another exit. He stopped at the edge and said really calmly, "See you soon. I know you'll be back." I ran again and got back home. My mom was surprised to see me, and I learned that I went missing for 4 days, even though I'm convinced only a few hours passed. It's been a week now, and from what I can figure, Subject 176 is a shapeshifter trying to lure you to the light. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I need to go back down there, and I don't know why.